Welcome to the ranch. Somebody sent me something in the mail and it blew my mind. This was awesome. I got my chores caught up for the time being. It's hot out here in Texas, so why not take a break, head to the barn, and let me show you what I got. Let's go. Woo! It is hot here in Texas. The last couple weeks have been crazy hot. We're just now starting to get into the month of June, and last week it was already up to 118 degrees real feel. And for some people that may not feel that hot, but for me that is hot. I just wiped my face a little bit ago and I already see it in the camera starting to glisten again because that sweat is coming. Well, we stepped into the barn because I wanted to take a few minutes to honor somebody. You know, biblically, that is a real message that God has shown us through His Word, that we should be honoring those who deserve to be honored. And a lot of times, we honor the people who really shouldn't be honored, and then we don't honor the people who should be honored. And so that's what this video is all about. I wanted to take a few minutes to spotlight a very good friend of mine that I met about 2 years ago. On one of our videos, he commented and emailed us to say, "Hey, call me." Now, of course, I didn't know what that meant. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm really glad that I did. When I took time to reach out to him, I found out that this was somebody who was willing to continue to give and to pour into not just me, but anybody that he encountered. Now, this person has the heart of gold. Let me tell you something. The first time I met him, I went to his ranch, went to his homestead. I don't know exactly what he calls it, his off-grid living. But when we got there, the moment that we stepped onto his property, I felt like I had known this guy my whole life. He was willing to give us things. He was willing to walk us around, share things with us, show things to us. And it was really, really just refreshing. And that was one of the first homesteaders, preppers, whatever you want to call them, that we'd ever really met. Now, since then, our relationship has continued to blossom. Our family, his family, we reach out, we do things together. And one of the greatest things about this person, and maybe I'll go ahead and reveal his name now. His name is Jake. He's over at Nunya, Texas on the back 20. If you haven't had a chance yet, go over and check his channel out, because this man really does care about the people that are around him. Not one time has he ever reached out to me in order to sell me something. Not one time has he ever reached out to me and asked me to do something for him. He's always been the type of person where he reaches out to others and is willing to give to them. Now, one of the things that Monica and I were working on right before we met him was we were trying to figure out how we could get a flock of turkeys. We had purchased some. They wound up dying along the way. But while we were at his place, he gave us several turkeys in order for us to start our own flock. Now, the awesome thing about that is the fact that not only did we have not just a meal or two around the holidays, but we've been able to sustain our own flock and continue to grow it in order to keep feeding ourselves. And that's really what Jake is all about. He's all about you being prepared. He's all about you being informed. He's all about you knowing what to do when the times get tough. This is also the man that we found out as we started doing some research on who this person is, that he canned bacon. You don't even need to say anything else beyond that. But if we had to, let's just say that in the video that we watched, we found out that it had been canned for 10 years. When we saw that, Monica and I started to think about all the things that we've done and asked the question, why not? Why not can stuff for 10 years? Why not be able to have a herd of cows? Why not be able to have a flock of turkeys or whatever it may be? And that's what this man does for people. He takes them and helps them to be informed and gives them the tools and the resources that they need to get started, whether it be goats, emus, whether it be turkeys, whether it be showing people how to live off the grid, how to install solar. As a matter of fact, this man, Jake, is also the visionary of the Northeast Texas Skillshare. That's something that our family, his family, worked together, and a lot of other families that have been impacted, where we've met in different parts of Texas in order to put our hands on and really learn what we're trying to learn if we're trying to be homesteaders. So what I'm really getting at is this man is awesome. Jake is great. His wife is great. His kids are great. But Jake really does just care for the people. Now, enough talk about that. Let me get this gift that really just blew me away. Now, this again was totally unexpected. And the other awesome thing about this is after I received it, which by the way, I'm going to drop a link in the description. Also check the comment section. I may also pin the link to 2 different videos. One is the video that Jake did where he shows what he's going to mail out. And number 2 is the video from the gentleman who made this, so you can see exactly how this was built. Now, enough talk. Let's get to the product. Here we go. Are you ready? Look at this. Man, this is a knife that was made not just here close to home, but it's made, I don't know if you can see that logo, it's an anvil with a kangaroo. And this was sent from Australia. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Such awesome craftsmanship. And the funny thing about Jake is he's always, as serious as he is about his homesteading life, he's also got a great sense of humor. Let me show you what he sent with the package. It says, "Eric, don't cut off your finger," which I thought was pretty funny. And so, of course, as any good rancher / farmer would do, they're going to take this knife, and the first thing they're going to do is see how sharp it is. And let me tell you something, this is a sharp knife. Now, not only that, but take a look at this sheath that comes with it. Mold it right to the knife. Top of the line quality, I can't even tell you. Now, again, I haven't used it. I'm not giving a review necessarily on the knife. You go over to Jake on his video, the link that I dropped where he's showing this, he can explain more about the knife. I know that he's used them. He loves it. And let me tell you something. This is another thing about Jake, is that whatever he does, you can believe it's going to be quality. Everything he does is always quality. And so I have no doubt in my mind that this too is going to be a quality knife. And I'm going to tell you, let me stand up for a second. It's going to look real nice right there. It completes the ensemble, right? It's the cowboy ensemble. All seriousness, Jake, I want to say thank you so much for this knife. I want to tell you something. This really just took me by surprise, and I am so thankful that you are a friend to not just me, but to our family. I'm thankful that you took the time. I guess I shouldn't be pointing it like this. I'm thankful that you took the time to reach out almost 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, whatever it was, to say to me, call me. So Jake, from our family to yours, I really thank you. I thank your wife. I thank your kids for everything that you guys have done. Thank you for letting us be part of your Skillshares. Thank you for helping us learn how to do different things around the farm. Thank you for helping us to learn how to think outside of that box. We really, really do appreciate it. So, hey, who likes good friends, hardworking homesteaders, and people that you can always count on? Farmers do. I think every time I get ready to do this video, they just start shooting back there. Here's some behind the scenes setup. I got my little makeshift tripod, if you will. Put the camera up in there and record myself while we're doing this video. Top of the line, baby. It's gonna be a long day of shooting videos, shooting videos. But I want to tell you a little bit about this guy. Welcome to the ranch. I got something that somebody sent me, and I couldn't believe it. Well, it's Saturday. I got all my chores done. Good grief, come on. Them guys, man, they just want to stop shooting. My goodness. How many takes I got to make on this one? It's like the 14th time I've had to wait. I don't know if you can pick it up on the microphone or not, but they got a lot of bullets, I won't say that much. Really, really took me by surprise, and I cannot say thank you. It is so hot right here. An egg just exploded. I just heard the egg explode. Holy mackerel.